Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial video. This video will be again on our Magento actions using GitHub Actions. So in this video we will showcase a more advanced usage of the action. 2 or 3 days ago, so we had this question on how to override a standard process on the GitHub action, on the Magento action. So how you can use this action but override the default behavior of some scripts. Today we will modify the process of unit testing. So unit testing, that will be this script, using as an example our one of our third-party Magento module. This is a payment module who supports major banks in France. So if we take a look at the current workflow, we can see that the Magento action is used for is to check the Magento coding standard. That can be seen through the latest action run. So if you check quickly, we can see that. So these are all the code in the third-party module. So in our module, all the files in which there are errors. Magento considers these errors. You have to fix them in order to be able to publish your module to the marketplace. So we can say that this action has done its job, so you can use it as such. And so today we are going to add on top of the Magento coding standard checking, the unit testing. But as you can see here, the unit testing is using a lot of stuff that we don't want to use necessarily while checking our third-party module code. In fact, the standard usage of this specific action can be seen here. So if you want to unit test your module, you have to respect the standard scaffolding of the action of the Magento action. So you have to have a Magento directory in which you have to place your module in the app code directory. So this is the default sample on how to use the action. But here we don't have to overload our project with some Magento code. Here we just have the module code and we want to test this. So in order to do that, we will modify the standard behavior of the unit testing scripting process. So in order to do that, you have to, first of all, create this file in your project. So we are going to add a code, add a file, create a new file. So it will be scripts. So the name and the path must be the same as on in the action. So the script is called unit-test sh, and it's in the script directory. Then after that, all we want is to copy the content of the file here, and then we can get rid of all that we don't want or all that we want to modify. So here we will drop all the Magento installation part. We don't need it. This as well. So we can drop this as well. So all that we will left with are these line. So these line are for simply running your PHP unit testing. But we have an issue because we don't have a Magento project, a Magento source code. But this process needs this file. So we need the vendor bin PHP unit to be installed. So I will show you how to get rid of this issue. But first we are not done with setting of these strips. So what we are going to do is I've already made this here. So we need to copy, we will also need to copy our module in the right place, so in the Magento app code directory, and then we can run the unit test. And I will show you how to where these variables come from, etc. So let's commit this first, and then let's go back to our GitHub workflow. And what we are going to do is a little bit of cheating, because we don't have a standard Magento project setup, but we need Magento source code. So what we are going to do is use this action. Let's modify this. So this action exists exactly for this kind of purposes. So what we are going to so what will this do? This will pull a fresh Magento 2.4.4 project, so with the Magento source code, and we say no push, so do not push the Magento code you just downloaded into the third-party module directory. Once we have done that, we need to now call the unit test action in order to run the unit testing in our project. So I will copy paste the appropriate code here. So we can call master here. Master will call the latest code in of the Magento action. So the latest version in here in master, but you can specify your version if you like here. So what will this action do? you can discard this one, unit test config. The default config of the script is already will already be using this path, but for clarity reason I rather put it here. And here we specify the path of our third-party module to be tested. And the more important stuff, the purpose of this video, is the overriding. So you have to specify this argument, like override settings, and set it to 1. What this will do is it will pick the file you placed in your current project, rather than using the default path, the default file in the Magento action. So rather than using this file, it will use this file. And as you can see earlier, we copied this directory into the downloaded fresh Magento code, which will be downloaded by this part of the job step. So first we use the action to pull a fresh magento2.4 code. Then we copy, we launch the unit testing script, which will copy our current third-party code into the downloaded Magento code and run the unit testing. So here I've just put a dummy unit test code. This is just to show you that the action is working. So it's not a real world test. It will assert to true. And that's all. And after it will also run the coding standard checking. So let's save and launch and see what will happen then. So as you can see, it's really that easy. So you just have, and you can do that with all the scripts. If, for example, you don't like the default build process we are using, you can override it with your own build script. So because we understand that sometimes the things are a little bit complicated, or you have a specific setup and you need to modify the default behavior, and then you can in which case you can override. But in general, this action is kinda exhaustive, so it should cover all the default bases in Magento, in real world Magento project deployment or even development, as you can see. So what else? So let's wait for this action to build and we'll see what has been done. And also for those wondering, you can see almost all the feature of the action. So you have unit test, static testing, coding standard checking, the build, and the scanner. This is a file scanner to check if you have vulnerabilities in your files, and module scanners. Also, this is you can use the override function to create your own script. All you have to do for that is, okay, the action finished. You can create here, for example, my script.sh and call it here. Instead of the standard default name of the process, you can call your you can put the name of your script here without the .sh, and it will be called. So let's see what happened in the action and if our override has been successful. So as you can, this is the standard coding, so it is normal that this part of the script fails because the code is not clean enough according to Magento coding standard. But as you can see, we called the fresh install action. So this is a fresh magento2 that 4.4 code. And then the unit test has been run. And as you can see, it only ran one test, which is the case. There is only one test in the file. And it only used the overridden scripts. If you're not sure of what I'm saying, we can now modify the script, and you will see that it will fail. If we remove the override section, it will fail because the default my bad. The default unit testing script will need to install a clean database, Magento database, using Elasticsearch. And as you can see, there are no database services here and no Elasticsearch either, like here. Here we have set a clean database, MySQL 8 database, and a clean Elasticsearch. So this unit testing section ran without issue. But because we have removed the override, it will use this script, and this script will fail because there is no database. So maybe I will cut this video in half or I will remove this part. I think I will keep it. It's just to show you how you can be sure that your overridden script is the one launching. Or you can just add or echo some stuff here. You could just echo here my script and check in the action console that it is your script which is running. If not, that will mean that you have wrongfully configured the action, the main.yaml file. I believe there were some little stuff I wanted to talk about as well. this is enough for this video. I will make another video about the other stuff. So it failed, and we can check it, and you can see that, yeah, this is where it failed. It failed in the unit testing section because, yes, no database. And if we check the previous action with the override setting, we can see that the unit testing has been done successfully. So this concludes this video. I hope it has been it will be useful to you, and it will respond to this specific issue, to this person. So that's it. Have a good day. Bye.